An aircraft carrier is far more than just a ship. It is a mobile airbase, a floating fortress that projects power across the globe. These massive vessels are among the most complex machines ever built by humankind, combining the capabilities of an airport, a military base and a command center, all in one. With their ability to launch and recover aircraft at sea, carriers can respond to crises, deter adversaries, and provide humanitarian aid anywhere on Earth, often at a moment's notice. Their presence alone can shift the balance of power in a region, serving as a visible symbol of national strength and technological prowess. Only a select group of nations, most notably the United States, have mastered the art and science of building and operating these formidable vessels. The U.S. Navy's fleet of carriers is unmatched, allowing American forces to launch aircraft from international waters, free from the constraints of foreign bases or political agreements. This unique capability gives the United States unparalleled flexibility and reach, enabling it to respond rapidly to emerging threats, support allies, and maintain a constant presence in key regions around the world. For decades, this dominance at sea has been a cornerstone of American military strategy and global influence. The true value of an aircraft carrier lies in its ability to project power far beyond its own horizon. Operating as the centerpiece of a carrier strike group, it can dominate vast stretches of ocean, protect vital sea lanes, and support military operations thousands of miles from home. These floating fortresses serve as both shield and sword, deterring potential adversaries while providing a platform for offensive operations. Their versatility allows them to adapt to a wide range of missions, from combat and surveillance to disaster relief and evacuation efforts, making them indispensable assets in modern naval warfare. For China, the construction of modern aircraft carriers marks a bold step in its quest to become a true blue-water navy. This shift represents a dramatic transformation from a force focused primarily on coastal defense to one capable of operating across the world's oceans. By developing and deploying carriers like the Fujian, China is signaling its ambition to expand its influence, protect its growing global interests, and compete with established naval powers on the world stage. Each new carrier is a testament to China's technological progress and its determination to reshape the balance of maritime power. Every new carrier launched by China is more than just a ship. It is a milestone in the nation's ongoing quest to challenge U.S. naval dominance and assert its presence as a major maritime power. As these floating fortresses take to the seas, they not only enhance China's military capabilities, but also send a clear message to the world. The competition for control of the world's oceans is entering a new and uncertain era. China's Type 003 carrier, the Fujian, is a major leap for the People's Liberation Army Navy. Unlike its Soviet-inspired predecessors, the Fujian features a flat-top deck and advanced electromagnetic catapults, technology on par with the U.S. Navy's newest carriers. EMALS allows the launch of heavier, more capable aircraft, extending the carrier's reach and combat power. At over 80,000 tons, the Fujian is Asia's largest warship, able to host a diverse air wing and generate more sorties in high-intensity conflict. Launched in 2024, the Fujian sea trials mark China's entry into the supercarrier era. Its commissioning will signal a new chapter in Chinese naval power. Chinese state media frames the Fujian as a force for peace and regional stability, not aggression. Official outlets highlight its role in protecting sea lanes, supporting humanitarian missions, and safeguarding Chinese interests abroad. The government emphasizes non-combat uses, disaster relief, evacuations, and medical aid, while presenting the carrier as a deterrent against external threats, especially regarding Taiwan. The Fujian is portrayed as a symbol of technological self-reliance and peaceful rise, downplaying its military edge. This narrative aims to reassure neighbors and boost national pride, recasting the carrier as a tool for cooperation, not confrontation. Despite its promise, the Fujian faces daunting technical challenges, chief among them its unproven electromagnetic launch system. The U.S. Navy's own EMALS has suffered reliability issues, and China skipped steam catapults entirely, raising the stakes. Integrating new radar, command systems, and propulsion adds further complexity. A single failure could cripple the ship's combat power. Sea trials are meant to iron out these issues, but the sheer number of new technologies makes this a risky, time-consuming process. The Fujian is a high-risk gamble. It could be a world-class carrier, or a hangar queen plagued by breakdowns. Until it proves itself at sea, its true capabilities remain uncertain. Carrier is a floating city. demanding flawless teamwork from thousands of highly trained specialists. The plan's limited experience means building skilled crews and pilots is a slow, difficult process, one that can't be rushed. Flight deck operations are perilous. Even minor mistakes can be catastrophic. Carrier aviation is the most demanding form of flying, and China's pool of qualified pilots remains small. Commanding a carrier strike group requires years of operational experience, something the US Navy has honed for a century. Without this depth, the Fujian risks being a powerful ship that can't be wielded as an effective fighting force. The biggest gap for China isn't hardware, it's a century of institutional experience. The US Navy's knowledge spans everything from maintenance cycles to battle-tested tactics, refined over generations. China is still learning how its systems will perform after months at sea or under combat stress. Carrier warfare demands nuanced doctrine and seamless coordination of air, surface, and subsurface assets, skills the plan is only beginning to develop. In a real conflict, US crews draw on a legacy of hard-won lessons. Chinese crews are starting from scratch. Bridging this experience gap will take decades, not just new ships. Despite its power, the Fujian's utility in a Taiwan conflict is questionable. The Taiwan Strait is narrow and heavily defended. A carrier here is a vulnerable target for missiles and submarines. China can project air power from its mainland bases, making the carrier redundant in this scenario. The plan's anti-submarine capabilities lag behind, leaving the Fujian exposed to US and allied submarines. Experts believe China's carriers are better suited for power projection further afield, not direct assaults on Taiwan. Until China develops robust carrier defenses, their effectiveness in high-intensity war remains doubtful. The unveiling of China's Fujian aircraft carrier has sent ripples across the globe, capturing the attention of governments, military analysts, and the public alike. While some see it as a symbol of China's growing technological prowess and ambition, others are quick to point out the challenges that lie ahead for Beijing. The world's reaction is a complex blend of respect for China's achievement and deep skepticism about its immediate impact on the balance of power in the region. In Washington, Pentagon planners are watching closely. They acknowledge the Fujian as a significant step forward for China's Navy, but they also recognize that operating a modern carrier fleet is a complex, decades-long endeavor. US officials point to China's lack of combat experience and the technical hurdles of integrating advanced systems as reasons why the Fujian is seen as a long-term challenge, not an immediate threat. For now, the US remains confident in its technological edge and operational know-how. Across the Taiwan Strait, the mood is tense. For Taiwan, the Fujian is more than just a ship. It's a symbol of Beijing's growing pressure and a reminder of the military imbalance. Taiwanese leaders see the carrier as part of a broader intimidation campaign, designed to project power and sow uncertainty. Yet Taiwan's response is not to panic, but to double down on its partnership with the United States, relying on American support to help balance the scales and deter aggression. The ripple effects extend far beyond Taiwan. Regional powers like Japan and India are taking notice, accelerating their own naval modernization programs and investing in new technologies. Joint exercises and defense pacts are becoming more frequent as these countries seek to strengthen alliances and ensure they are not left behind in the shifting security landscape. Even nations like South Korea and Australia are stepping up, signaling a broader regional response to China's ambitions. In Southeast Asia, the Fujian is viewed with a mix of anxiety and pragmatism. Many ASEAN nations worry that the carrier could be used as a tool of coercion in disputed waters, especially in the South China Sea. This has prompted several countries to deepen their security ties with the United States, participate in joint patrols, and seek new forms of multilateral cooperation to safeguard their interests. Washington's response has been swift and multifaceted. The US is ramping up its naval presence in the Pacific, conducting more frequent and visible military exercises, and increasing arms sales to Taiwan. Diplomatic channels are buzzing with warnings to Beijing, making it clear that any attempt to alter the status quo by force will be met with strong resistance. The US is also working to reassure its allies and partners that its commitment to regional security remains unwavering. The message from Washington and its allies is unmistakable. While the Fujian marks a new chapter in China's naval ambitions, one new carrier does not overturn decades of established alliances, operational experience, and collective security arrangements. The region is on alert, but the balance of power is not so easily shifted. The launch of the Fujian marks a significant milestone for China, not just in terms of naval engineering, but as a symbol of the nation's growing ambitions on the world stage. This carrier is a testament to years of investment, innovation, and a clear desire to match the capabilities of established naval powers. Its advanced electromagnetic catapult system and modern design set it apart from previous Chinese carriers, signaling a new era for the People's Liberation Army Navy. The world is watching closely, as China demonstrates its ability to build and deploy such a complex warship. On paper, the Fujian represents a dramatic leap forward, boasting cutting-edge technology and impressive specifications. However, the reality is more nuanced. Many of its systems remain untested in real-world conditions, and the crew's familiarity with these new technologies is still developing. The process of integrating advanced systems into daily operations is fraught with challenges, and it will take time before the Fujian can operate at full potential. Experience, after all, cannot be rushed or bought. It must be earned through years of practice and adaptation. Building a carrier is a monumental achievement, but operating it effectively is an entirely different challenge. The Fujian's sea trials and initial training exercises are just the beginning of a long journey. Mastering carrier operations requires seamless coordination between pilots, deck crews, and command staff, all working under intense pressure. China is only starting to develop the institutional knowledge and operational routines that define a truly effective carrier force. The plan currently lacks the seasoned crews and experienced commanders that are essential for transforming advanced hardware into a cohesive, battle-ready fighting force. While simulators and classroom training can help, there is no substitute for the lessons learned through real deployments and live exercises. Building a culture of excellence and adaptability at sea will take years, if not decades. For now, the Fujian serves primarily as a symbol of progress and a valuable training platform. It offers the plan a chance to experiment, learn, and refine its carrier operations. But it is not yet a true game-changer in the balance of naval power. Its air wing is still limited, and its operational tempo remains cautious as crews gain confidence and experience. The Fujian's vulnerabilities, from unproven defensive systems to the steep learning curve faced by its crew, temper its immediate strategic significance. Maintenance routines, logistics, and the ability to sustain operations far from home waters are all areas where the plan must still prove itself. These challenges will shape the carrier's role for years to come. Ultimately, the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region will not shift overnight with the launch of a single ship. Instead, it will evolve gradually, shaped by years of hard-earned experience, operational learning, and the ability to adapt to new challenges. The Fujian is an impressive step forward, but the journey to true carrier power has only just begun.